you do it. Okay, here we go. What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, going to be casting game number 2 from League of Dota, week number 1. Rare Candy versus Sugababes. Sugababes taking it 1-0 after a pretty cut-and-dry game. Rare Candy, unfortunately, falling too far behind too early, and unfortunately they could not make up the difference in the late game. They actually didn't even try. And with me once again is Nist. How are you doing, man?
Doing pretty well. Fun game that we had last time. I'm hoping for another good one. So we can get that one underway and move on. Hopefully we get to game 3. I don't care what the teams are, I always hope for a full series.
Yeah, unless you've been casting for like a million years, then you're like, please just end. But hell, I only had like one other game besides the last one we casted because of the disqualification or whatever, and man, I'm feeling the game 3 too, so I'm kind of rooting for Rare Candy.
Before we get into the game, what's your longest marathon that you've had?
Like 9 hours or something.
Yeah, I'm up there somewhere too. I don't even remember.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was bad.
People don't understand. I hate when people in chat are like, casters are bad. Well, then go and do it yourself. Have fun trying.
Oh yeah, and then sometimes your voice just starts dying and you're like, I gotta keep going.
My worst thing is that I'm enjoying the game and everything, but I'll just start to yawn uncontrollably and it's really bad. And I'm like, okay, I need a monster, like right now. But, you know.
It gets bad, guys. It gets really bad. But we have a draft going on. Timbersaw as well as Crystal Maiden, Bristleback, and the Alchemist. Pretty normal bans. Crystal Maiden the only one I would consider a little bit strange, but mostly because she's so interchangeable. Like Venomancer, CM, essentially very similar heroes and how they behave and what their role is. Though they're still top picks, so you might as well be top bans as well. Team Rare Candy can open up with a Venomancer, denying that one from Sugababes.
Yeah. I do like that they denied Sugababes their Venomancer. I don't think I've actually casted a game with them that they haven't had Venomancer. I don't think I have yet, but I might be wrong on that one. But Sugababes decided to go with the Clockwork and the Visage. So, another Visage this game. Ironic that this is the first time I'm going to be seeing Sugababes play the Visage. Actually, first time I've seen anybody play Visage, or second time actually, in Season 2 here.
Radiant team ban.
Visage was just in last game.
The time I meant.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Sush you.
Rare Candy gonna go deep into the pushing once again. If it didn't work the first time, well then, try again, I guess. Because Pugna Venomancer, that's a lot of pushing right off the bat. Sugababes instantly responding with that DK ban, an incredibly smart ban with what they have facing them right now. And Rare Candy, they're just looking to protect their lanes, I think. Venomancer as well as Weaver, very hard heroes to lock down with their stunless lineup thus far. Do you think they're going to go for Chen Enchantress? It's always kind of a toss-up for me.
Personally, I prefer Chen as a hero. I find it to be a lot better in my experience of playing them. Between probably 100 games between the two of them. But in professional Dota, it comes down to how each player wants to try and play them. They're both... People look at them on the surface and think, oh, they're similar heroes. Not really. They're both very different heroes that play very different roles. But I feel like with the way that these two teams play, I feel like a Chen would be out of place. Enchantress is the one that they want.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you there. Just being able to come out a lot earlier, first of all, and then being able to apply that extra damage. Because when you're pushing a lot, when you have a lot of big pushing lineup, oftentimes you will find yourself falling behind as far as damage go. You'll be relying so much on your skills, because that's like the whole point of the pushing lineup. You use your skills to push towers. But Sugababes, their third pickup is going to be the Invoker after banning out the Nature's Prophet. Again, another really, really good ban against Rare Candy with what they have right now. Getting rid of that extra stuff on the front lines.
Yeah, I'm really wondering how Sugababes is going to deal with this level of push. Because last game we did see the Pugna, but we didn't see the Venomancer and Pugna on the same team together. And we saw last game how well Venomancer can start to push, even when he has only level 3 Plague Wards up. If you add a Pugna and now a Dazzle, I love this game already. I love these weirder heroes that you don't really see all that often, and I want to see more of them. They're awesome.
I love them too, but I don't think Dazzle is really what they want in the situation, unless they're going to go light pushing like they did last time. Because, usually Dazzle is a hero that needs experience, he needs levels. And when you're grouping up and pushing, you're not going to be getting those levels. They're going to go for Lone Druid, so they're going to get the extra bulk on the front line regardless. Maybe there's going to be a little bit of creep cutting involved in this game.
This is gonna this is a ridiculous pushing lineup because Dazzle on his surface might not look like the best pushing hero, but his Shadow Wave on top of his ability to shallow grave somebody if he needs to is ridiculous when you add in the fact that just the bear being there, being able to keep the bear up for the push is going to be extremely crucial for this entire his entire lineup, and I really want to see how Sugababes is going to deal with the level of push that Rare Candy can actually put out very early on.
Meepo.
Yeah, Meepo.
Please, Meepo, Sugababes.
Meepo's available.
One time.
Meepo is available.
One time.
Meepo.
Yes!
Meepo!
Radiant team
We did it! We did it! We got the Meepo.
Oh gosh. Oh man, they probably. Oh man,
It's probably the worst hero to have. It's the worst hero to have if you are up against a heavy pushing lineup.
Oh yeah, by far the worst hero to have. Like
Yeah.
Meepo needs to be able to just sit back and sort of just do Meepo things, I guess. But nope, not gonna happen.
That's fine. I'm gonna cut them some slack because Meepo. I mean, it's not the best hero in the situation, but it's the best hero in any situation, so
Meepo
we'll
is
go
the
with
hero
it.
that you're like, we need a support, Meepo. We need a mid lane, Meepo. Jungle, Meepo. Off laner, Meepo.
Team Rare Candy needs to pick up Axe right now. That would be devastating. Like, Dazzle Axe, creep cutting, deny that Meepo some space with the Axe, and you could try to kill Axe with Meepo, it's not going to end up too well for you.
Yeah.
I think it's
Did
the
you
best
see
idea.
The next KZ game where they got disqualified from
Yeah, the throws.
God.
322.
Bloodseeker Pudge Axe.
I don't know, man.
Oh,
I think Alliance ran something like that. Maybe not that deep, but they ran like a really wonky line at once, and they just completely crushed the other guys because they weren't prepared.
Oh yeah, Bristleback, Pudge, Axe, Bloodseeker, and then like a Crystal Maiden support.
You need that support. You need that support.
Just for the mana, that's all she's there
Yeah,
for.
so Pudge could throw more hooks, but
Yep.
yeah, Meepo, in case anyone who hasn't been actually watching these games, Meepo is played by Lizard, and he plays a damn good one. Like,
Oh yeah.
it is terrifying. Like, Meepo Nightmare is terrifying, and well, he has a pretty bad matchup this game, but we'll see if his skill can overpower that. As Team Rare Candy going to solidify their picks with an Undying, actually. So
I love this pick.
possibly going for a little bit more aggressive and like team fighting and then pushing over pushing then team fighting.
Yeah, I 100% love the Undying because when you drop down that tomb, there's going to be so many zombies that if you get off a Soul Rip on even a single target, you will have your max amount of units for Soul Rip. Then on top of that, he's just going to be stealing strength like there's no tomorrow with Meepo and everybody else running around.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the way it works with Meepo is that all of the Meepo Divided We Stand clones, I guess you could say, have the same amount of strength as the original Meepo. So if they get hit with the decay, they will not lose strength. I think that's how it was in Dota 1.
Yes, I believe so, at least. Or they don't have the exact amount. They have a percentage of it. But
But it's according to the original Meepo's strength. So if the Meepo gets hit with the decay, then they all get hit with the decay minus strength.
Yes, I believe so. Now I'm
30
wondering if
seconds
they
to
get
battle.
hit, if they'll lose it as well. But I'm not 100% sure.
Hopefully we get to find out for science. But we have a game right now, and something we forgot to do last game is plug the very gracious sponsors that are sponsoring the tournament, esports or egamingbets.com. So be sure to check them out, place some money somewhere if you're the betting type, and then hopefully you don't get all your money disqualified because of next KZ.
Well, they've returned all the money, thankfully.
Yeah, but still, like,
Yeah.
bets.
Yeah,
Disqualification
that's just
is
annoying.
begins.
the thing.
Yeah. I don't
So-
know. Stop 322ing, guys. Just please stop it.
Just don't do it. It doesn't end well.
Did you not learn anything? Never mind. They didn't learn anything from Solo because, you know, everybody's saying you should be back. I don't
Oh,
know.
God. Okay, but we have players on Heroes. We're going to be seeing Jolly Joker on the Pugna for the Rare Candy side. Superdry is going to be playing the Venomancer along with Ice on the Undying. Mid lane, it's going to be, a solo mid lane Dazzle being played by Jester and then Fiery. It's going to be the last one on the Lone Druid versus Clockwork.
Yep. And on the side of Sugababes, I know I didn't plug the other side last time, but INS going to be on the Visage. Clockwork being played by Live on a Cloud. Meepo being played by Lizard. The Meepo man himself. Nyx Assassin being played by Sephiroth. And finally, Invoker being played by Ronnie. That's
So,
my team.
obvious question. Thoughts on this mid lane matchup?
I think that actually Dazzle's going to do very, very well. Invoker has one of the worst beginning right-click damages in the entire game, and you can already see Dazzle's destroying him in middle lane. In terms of last hits, at least 6 and 2 in comparison to his 1 and 0, and it's just because of the fact that he can shadow wave very, very easily to be able to heal up the creeps if he's about to go for last hit, or even just deny him. He does 59 plus 3 with Invoker doing 48 plus 3. It's a huge difference.
Yeah, I think I agree with you for a little bit. Eventually, the Invoker will get more points in Exort, and then he'll be able to heavily outdamage the Dazzle.
Yeah.
Probably won't be able to get any kills, because between Heal and Shallow Grave, killing a Dazzle is damn difficult, but he'll be able to farm up decently enough. And taking a look at this bot lane, Fire is actually completely dominating Live on a Cloud right now, already bringing him down to -2 tangos. That Bear with the Orb of Venom very early on, doing work.
Yeah, an early Orb of Venom on Bear is basically a death sentence to a lot of different heroes. An Orb of Venom on a lot of different heroes is a death sentence to a lot of different heroes, ironically. Like, a Bounty Hunter who picks up an early one against Nature's Prophet is great, and Lone Druid against a Clockwork, really great to be able to have that.
Yeah, and Lizard, in the past games that, at least the only one game I've seen him, he had a very, very free lane to be doing his own thing as Meepo. As I said before, Meepo is a hero that needs a lot of space, which is why Meepo versus pushing lineup, not a good combination for the Meepo. This time he's in a ton of pressure right now. Just Super Dry's constant threat of Gale. Of course, Ice doing all the damage with his huge strength up punches after decaying the Meepo, so, and then a blast on top of that. Meepo's got to be careful, and a Meepo that doesn't have any farm is still functional, but it's definitely not as good. He needs that quick Aghanim Scepter if he's going to be doing really well.
Yeah, he also needs a really quick level 4 in order to get his ultimate up so we can at least have another Meepo somewhere around the map. Even if that's just farming like the small camp, or sadly with the small camp now being the full camp, you can't do it as effectively anymore, but even just farming a medium camp, something like that, if you can, is completely worth it if you can get up that level 4 quickly. But, you know, getting completely zoned out in terms of experience even. Although he is reaching towards level 4 right now, 229 out of 400 experience to level 4.
Yeah, so he's going to get there soon.
Yep. In the middle lane, though, we see that still Dazzle 13 and 4 in terms of last hits, with the Invoker still 8 and 2.
Not for long, though. Jester is going to be ganked right about now. Let's see if this Impale can land. Magic Impale, it's going to hit. Though I don't think there's any follow-up. Invoker is way too far away. Teleportation coming in. It's going to be the Undying. Jester dropping very low. He'll get Cold Snapped, and that'll kill him off. Ice going to drop the Tombstone, but there's not much he can do to follow this one up.
Level 1 Tombstone just does not have a good range at all. It's way too short to be able to try and go for saves like that. And I feel like Dazzle was a little bit overconfident, but at the same time up top, Lizard just barely escaping with a TP, actually. Realizing the moment that the Undying was gone, that they don't have the damage to take him on, and even then, almost killed him off and had a TP away.
Yeah, but Jester, I think in that, he should have been just fine. Like, he was in the clear, but he got a little bit greedy seeing the Undying teleport in. The Undying isn't a high enough level to really be a huge contributor in those types of fights, and now Jester going to get initiated upon by Ronnie one more time, but the Shadow Wave doing so much physical damage right back to the Invoker, who is being hugged by the creeps. Jester's keeping himself alive, but I think it's now's about the time where we see the Invoker's Exort damage start to overpower the Dazzle.
Yeah, it's going to start to be a lot more difficult for Dazzle to be able to do all that much, but he should still be able to at least hold his ground in the middle lane, especially when he's also just harassing with his Poison Touch. At the same time, Ronnie taking quite a bit of damage. Cold Snap, though, also doing a lot of damage to Dazzle.
Dazzle with the bottle has so much sustain, it's pretty much outrageous, because every single point of mana the bottle gives you, of course, translates back to health. Top lane got pushed a little bit. It's down all the way to 281 HP. Those blasts are going to continue to fly through. INS dropping very low. Tombstone's going to get dropped, though. It's mostly just to push everyone away so that the Pugna, as well as the Undying, can finish off the last HP points of the tower. There it goes. Pugna going to claim that one. So Tombstone just buying space.
Dazzle falls. Meepo with level 4 up now, or actually, what is his level right now? Level 5, actually. He does actually come into the middle lane, grabbing a kill.
Damn, I missed Meepo action.
Yep, and that's one of the biggest things that I found that's amazing about Lizards. The fact that Meepo is very, very hard to last hit creeps on, even in the beginning. But the fact that he even gets last hits on heroes constantly is amazing for his Meepo play in the early game. Something that I don't usually see from even most professional players when it comes to playing some carries.
Yeah, and when we say last hitting heroes, we don't mean coincidentally landing the last hit. We mean, you know, stop canceling your attack and then landing that 49 damage hit in order to land the killing blow. It's he did it in like one game I saw, and it was damn impressive.
Yeah, there's one play that I'll have to go and highlight and send out on my Twitter or something like that, of him taking on the entire enemy team 5v1 and just kills all of them.
Holy... I want to see that. Sephiroth going to run into Jolly Joker. The hookshot's going to come right in and trap Jolly Joker in the cogs. He's going to drop in an instant. Hasn't had a chance to lay down his ward. Ice going to get 1v1 with the Lizard, and that's not a fight that Ice is currently winning. Super Dry also going to turn around for some reason. He's going to try to go for an illusion rune, or illusion of some sort. Ice now going to try to make it a 1v3 happen. He's completely tapped out of mana, though. Might be able to get INS. That's not going to happen either. Ice is going to get stuck in a corner, and Lizard going to chop him down. One more blow. That's going to be it.
And furious pings coming out, but right now, with that whole team fight happening, we see that Fiery is completely left to his own accord, pushing down the bottom T1 tower as the lone druid. Not what you really want to let a lone druid start to do at all.
INS is going to get caught in the enemy jungle. Jester's going to get a free one there, using that invisibility rune to secure a kill. But yeah, I think if INS was in the last fight... Oh no, he's going to run into Lizard. Dazzle, please. Puppy, please.
Puppy! Puppy, please! Somebody call Merlini, please.
1-800.
1-800 Merlini.
Alright,
His
so...
name works out to that.
Alright, let's take a quick look at the vision. Do they see Jolly Joker? Yes. Everyone... No! Okay, so Lizard doesn't see Jolly Joker. I don't think he knows that the Pugna's right around the corner, so I think he's just going to poof everyone in. Yeah, the other one's already poofing in. So Lizard's going to go into Jester. Jester's going to have a Poison Touch up. He's also going to have an Emergency Shallow Grave. I think Lizard might die here. He has a lot of support incoming, but I
don't
think
know if
he
they
might
have
die.
the burst. They have the. It's only level 2 Nether Blast also, which is a little bit.
Oh, it's only level 2. Wow.
Yeah, he's only level 4 right now, so that's only 175. Meeple is 739 HP. No, they're not going to have enough.
I think they will have enough. I believe. I
We'll
believe in
see.
them.
Here we go.
Jester, don't panic. Turn around and play it right. And, well, okay, maybe I'm underestimating Lizard. He's going to back up perfectly. Here comes Sephiroth, going for a spike, not going to land on anyone, but Live on a Cloud is there instead, setting up the kill for Jester, and now Ronnie going to be on the run as well. Ice can get body blocked just a little bit more, needs some help. Lizard is going to come in with the stun. Here comes Live on a Cloud with the hook shot. Ice is also going to die. Rest in peace. He's going to steal a lot of strength, but that's only going to delay the inevitable. Lizard still on the hunt for Jolly Joker. Not going to happen. He's going to poof his way out of there. And looks like I bet on the wrong horse.
Yep. I'd like your rares now, please. That'd be awesome.
egamingbets.com.
I mean, if you want to bet real money, I'll take $20. That works too.
No thank you.
Oh,
Sephiroth,
that
first
hit
hit.
tangle.
That is some BS right there, but I don't think it really would have mattered anyway.
Yeah, Admiral Bulldog is in the game, guys.
All the while
Tail,
that's
Admiral Bulldog.
a dire jungle fight skirmish kind of action thing was happening. Purple Fiery was in a game of his own. He was playing PvE and he managed to take down one free tower. So that's so far 2 towers down for the Rare Candy side, and that is going to give them a slight gold earned advantage, though experience earned with the 5 kills deficit that they have. They're going to fall behind, though it looks like they're going to look to pick up a 3rd tower. Tombstone's going to get dropped, mostly once again to shove everyone back, but here comes the Meepos, keeping my eyes on Lizard. Tombstone is, oh, there we go. Super Dry is going to get chopped down. Sunstrike is there. Too late, though.
Yep.
He's already way dead.
Yep. So, also, Meatball completely whiffed there by the Invoker, but, you know, it was able to slightly, the Meatballs here, they all had to move over this way and clump up here. But at the same time, they did get a kill from that. So, Sugababes still doing well for themselves, and Undying just going to do what Undying does, grabbing Decay stacks, and he's still only level 3 right now. 1 point in Decay, 2 points in Tomb.
Yeah, and Pugna is still level 4. He really needs that level 3 blast. Like, it's not a huge scale up from level 2 blast, but any point of damage you could put on the tower for free, like without getting severely punished, through the blast is absolutely huge. And I think we're going to be seeing one of those classic games where a push lineup gets ahead in gold, but behind in experience, and we'll see if they could actually outlive it. But behind in experience is pretty substantial when when there's a Meepo on the field.
At the same time, it's to be expected when there's a Meepo. If you're somehow out experiencing a team with a Meepo on it, something has gone terribly wrong in the game, or you have 5 hands of Midas at like 3 minutes in. Either one of those options. And either one of the options is not good for the Meepo's team.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, but they're just going to keep working down this tier 1 mid tower. In the meantime, top lane, whoever's teleporting up there might want to be careful. It's going to be Fiery. He's more than okay to take on this Meepo. There's a first hit entangle yet again. The bear is going to not get another entangle, but he's going to chase this one down. Has phase boots, and Lizard, I think, is going to die right here. R.I.P.
Yep.
Meepo.
Meepo's not going to be able to have his poof available. Like, that's the thing, is that you sit there and you're like wishing that he would be able to poof, but animation time is just too long, and Bear gets the kill. And that's a counter to Meepo, which is the fact that if you kill him early on when he only has 2 of himself, it's pretty easy to kill him off.
And all the while,
very tanky.
Fiery was once again doing that in a PvE sort of fashion. The rest of his team, taking down the tier 1 mid lane tower, finally managed to bring that one down. And do they have the levels now? Pugna is level 5, Venomancer level 4, Undying's still only level 3. They really need a couple levels, but I think they might be pushing a little bit too early. I think they just need to separate into their lanes, get their ultimates up, get their level 7s up, and then try to go for it. Because right now, if they keep fighting like this, they're going to fall scarily behind the enemies. Like, Visage is already level 6.
Yeah, and Undying's about to learn that, sadly, as the familiars decide to go and start to hit him a little bit. But, yeah, it's one of the big problems that Undying is an extremely strong support hero, even basically semi-carry, if that's the way you want to try and build him, he can build that way. But, like, if you don't get levels on him in the early game, he falls off really, really hard because he's, getting into the lane. Are they going to be able to get Visage here to crepify hits and familiar stomps?
Two-man stomps, Poison. Poison's going to cancel off the TP, RIP, INS, and Venomancer is going to leave the game again. Or I think it was the first time, maybe? No, second time. But they get the kill on INS regardless.
Yep, so 1 kill happens there, and yeah, 4-8 now. Rare Candy, not ahead in kills, of course. Having half the kills as Sugababes do, but, you know, they're at least getting back into the game.
And the XP earned advantage for Sugababes. Only 2,000 with a 4-kill lead. All things considered, Rare Candy are actually looking pretty good. The PvE that Lone Druid's been doing so far has been absolutely huge for them. He's level 10. That's pretty damn high, I think. It's highest on the map, actually. Getting the solo kill on the Meepo also really helping out his level game. But he's holding on to a good bit of gold. I think he was thinking about going for Hand of Midas, and now with 2,000 gold, he's probably just going to go straight Relic.
Yeah, I feel like the Radiance would be a good item for to be able to pick up. Either that or going right for something like a Basher, I think would be a really great item. Just be able to try and, you know, keep the Meepo down a little bit more than he is right now. But, yeah, I feel like a Radiance would be a really great item to go for.
Or you could just go for a Lightning Hammer. Get that
Yeah,
additional AoE damage. Poor man's Radiance, as they used to say, or they still say. I don't know if anyone still says that, but it would still be pretty good. Just deal with those Meepos. It's not exactly the same magic damage output as the Radiance, but it's still something.
Yeah, then what you do is you get a Maelstrom on your hero and on the bear, and you make a profit. That's all the profit you ever need is 2 Maelstroms. Sort of like my favorite build ever when Puppy went it, which was double Midas, and I realized that day that, oh my god, Bear can have 2 Midases, and my Lone Druid play was forever different.
And then people realize that the second Midas is really overkill.
Yeah, to an extent. If you can get it early enough, it's worth it. In my mind, at least, the way that I look at it. But
Maybe not up against a Meepo. It's probably not a good idea.
Meepo, not a good idea. But I mean, they are getting towers early. They're getting rid of Meepo's space, but at the same time, he is finding space. While the enemy team is pushing in here in the middle lane, having this fight, he's all the way up here, just sort of being Meepo.
Yeah, but you gotta hand it to Rare Candy. They have a pushing lineup, and they're playing it correctly. There's nothing more infuriating than seeing a team draft, something like similar to what Rare Candy have, and then they sit on their asses and don't do anything. But they're taking the towers. They're staying competitive in the level game, and if they keep doing this, they'll find themselves with a really healthy gold lead, and hopefully for them, a pretty stacked Lone Druid. And after that, they have to deal with the X factor of the Meepo. It's always really hard to evaluate how much of an impact a Meepo will have, just because there's rarely ever any Meepos seen. But they'll be looking pretty good in this game if they continue to lay this pressure that they've been laying down so far.
Yeah. I just think that that's the biggest one, is that the only core on the side of Sugababes is the Meepo. So if they can just keep him from getting big, and you do that by just killing towers, getting rid of his space, and that's what they're doing, if you can keep him from getting big, the Sugababes lineup falls apart, really. Like, if you look at the net worth, for example, on the side here, Lone Druid with 5,600 net worth. Next highest is 4K with the Pugna, and then 3,500 with the Dazzle. Granted, we don't see Meepos because, honestly, Valve, I can't believe you haven't fixed this yet. Please, fix the net worth on Meepo already.
Yeah, Meepo doesn't have, I think he's closer to the Invoker.
2,000.
Yeah, 3,000-ish.
Yeah.
It's not that much.
Yeah, it's not that much, but still, it's a lot more than 373 net worth, I can tell you that much.
I would agree with that.
With some certainty in that one. But, yeah, I feel like that's one thing that they do need to change. It's a small little bug, so it's probably not going to be changed for a very long time because of, the rankings of bugs and how that's a small one. But, get on it, Valve. Let's see it happen.
Yeah.
It shouldn't really be that difficult.
Then all the Meepos will start playing again.
Exactly.
Because they need to know how much their net worth is at any given time.
Exactly. That's how we're going to get No-Tail to play Meepo again competitively. Can we please get on this? At least before TI4, so when I go there, I can see No-Tail play Meepo live.
That would be beautiful. Awesome. But did he? I don't think he played Meepo at.
Nope.
Yeah.
TI3. Nope. If they made it into the best of threes, they said they were going to. But alas.
Lies and betrayal. We're having some real issues with this Venomancer. Not too sure what's going on.
Yeah. So just so we know what it is, if it's like Dota or Net or okay, so Dota issue. Okay.
You tried turning it off and turning it back on again.
I always hate to restart the game with like a different load when there's like a Meepo in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Really glitchy with him. We'll have to see.
Huh.
Yeah.
So I think we kind of beat into the ground like the status of the game so far. Like there's nothing.
How's your day going?
It's been going pretty well. I've been doing this for pretty much since I woke up.
You woke up that? Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Sunday. I'm gonna wake
Yeah,
up at
that's true.
I'm gonna wake up
Yeah.
at 11
Okay.
because I
guess-
can.
Okay, I woke up at like 8, but that's just because that's where my natural clock is at this point.
The hell?
Ugh. Yeah.
That's so
I have to-
wrong.
I have to wake up at like 6 for school, so
Shit.
yep. So I physically
My-
can't.
My
Wake
earliest
up
class
at
is 9:45. I wake up at like 9.
Nope.
Easy.
I have to wake up at like 6.
You're an overachiever. That's clearly the issue.
Yeah. Obviously. Ugh. But, you know, that's always fun. And it also gave me time to go and stream my Dark Souls.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Got some good viewership over there, but, you know, let's see. I just realized that I can control, like, I wonder what I can actually control with, oh, that's cool. I'm trying to figure out what I can, oh, okay. That's weird. Oh, I just lost my, my side little panel.
What side
Messing-
panel?
The net worth side panel there for all the heroes. Oh, there we go. Now it's back. That's weird. Huh. That's really weird. I'm seeing
Meepo's
what
breaking the game.
I'm seeing what my Xbox 360 controller here can do in Dota. Apparently pressing B gets rid of my side panel there. And then if I use my D-pad up and down, I can change what it is, and it brings it back.
The rest of this game, the camera will be controlled by an Xbox controller.
Oh gosh.
It'd be so nauseating. Oh my god.
Yeah. Well, it looked probably pretty similar to what I do currently, which is with the middle button drag.
Or will it look more like Minnie Mouse drag when you're dragging on the mini map? Because that's horrible.
Yeah, true. True. Oop, drag on the mini map. We got this. I used to remember when I was on my my old laptop and I started to play Dota. If a pause lasted for more than 2 minutes, my game just crashed. It was really weird. I could play the game perfectly fine until it was a pause. I was like, please don't be more than 2 minutes. Please don't be more than 2 minutes. Please don't. 2 minutes, done. Literally exactly the 2 minutes.
Tactical
every time.
pause. The finest
Nisty-
tactical pause in history.
Nisty's in the game. Pause it, guys. No. Yep.
Alright,
Back
for
when I was
the recording,
first
I'm just going to cut the recording. We'll resume it back when Venomancer's back.
Yep.
Alright,
Okay.
save hard drive space.
Oh yeah, well you're not partnered on Twitch, so you have to you don't get the VODs automatically.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not that a big deal. I was doing, like, highlight and export, which was a pain in the ass, because for some reason Twitch wouldn't save my login
Yep.
or whatever. So I would, like, get the right times, and you have to get that shit perfectly, and then I'd be like, okay, there's the description, there's everything, press upload or whatever, or highlight, and then it would just ask me for login and lose all my info again. So bad.
Yeah. I don't know. My opinion with Twitch, and this is coming from somebody who's partnered. I love you, Twitch, very much. I feel like it would be nice if there was a competitor out there.
Yeah. I mean, there are technically competitors, but there's nothing.
Okay.
You
Daily
have to-
motion doesn't count.
People go where Kappas go, right? If YouTube had a Kappa face, everyone would be all over that shit.
Oh God. YouTube streaming.
Like, that's their competitive advantage right now, Twitch, honestly. Like, their emoticons and their culture is the competitive advantage, which is...
Yeah.
You can't put that in a business proposition. That just won't fly.
This guy at YouTube's like, okay, guys, so here's the plan. Okay, we're gonna implement this thing where when you type in Kappa, it'll show this dude's face grayed out. All the CEOs are like, no.
What the hell is wrong with you? Get the hell out of here. You're fired.
Oh man.
But yeah, I don't think... Because, like, even in, like, when I'm on Facebook and everything, I'm like, damn, I really could use a Kappa face right now.
I
So
could
it's
really
like-
use Kappa.
Yeah.
Or like that moment when you're in Skype, like I'm in the Dota managers group, sitting there, I'll type in Kappa, and that disappointing face when you're like, nope,
It just says Kappa.
it just says Kappa. It's not a.
There's no
oh,
picture.
man.
The best thing is, though, you could actually do it in Facebook chat, which is pretty cool. But I don't really use that much. And you
I
can't
vote
use
for
it
legislation
in, like,
from the
comments.
United Nations to make it so that whenever you type Kappa, it's the gray face.
Oh yeah,
what I want.
international law.
Screw nuclear peace talks. Screw North Korea. We need to have this happening
The
right
Kappa
now, okay?
initiative.
Sort of like how I believe that Reddit, there should be a UN subreddit, and that all things they want to pass should have an upvote downvote system on Reddit. I think Reddit is a perfectly good group of people to make legislative decisions for the world.
Right, people on Reddit would actually... Some people would actually read that shit. Like,
Yeah.
all 600 pages of it. Some of them. Not me. I'll just be like, well, this one looks... That's a pretty cool title. Let's upvote that. Of course, I'm sure they'll need some sort of, like, a registration or proof that you're not a bot or whatever.
Oh no!
UN
we
bots.
want 7 trillion votes instantly from like all the bots. There's not even that many people in the world. Just have like 20 trillion votes.
Suddenly, Skynet.
Some dude with a botnet is the one that's ruling the world. Just whoever has the stronger botnet. Oh god.
They're overpowering our upvotes with downvotes. We need more bots.
Yeah. Oh boy. How long has this pause been at this point? It's been at least 5 minutes because your stream is caught up now.
Yeah.
Okay, they have another 10 minutes though, because they have 15 minutes total.
Jester's hair is still moving on Dazzle.
Yep, Dazzle's awesome like that.
You
It's weird how some things move and other things don't.
you can't pause this guy. Chronos hear him, he'll just walk right out.
Oh god.
Pause be damned.
Have you
Maybe-
ever played WTF mode on
Oh yeah.
the modded? Oh god.
Oh wait, in Dota 2 I haven't.
Oh, there's modded Dota 2 already. Oh, there was a while ago that it came out, and you can do modded Dota 2. It's so great. Oh, man.
I've seen some people play like OMG mode, which I've actually never played.
Oh man. OMG, what the fuck? So great.
I want deathmatch, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like deathmatch and super creeps. There were only sometimes modes, but they're glorious.
I'm just waiting for all the actual game or all the new modded maps to come out so that we can I'm gonna call it at 8 minutes.
Yeah, we've been keeping time this entire time.
Yeah. Let me get my
Something like that.
let me get my timer out here, and we'll actually start timing. It's okay, but I think that's a reasonable guess based on the fact that the pause has been showing on your screen for 2 minutes. There's a 5-minute delay,
Yeah.
so I'm just gonna call it there. We'll see.
So do you have any idea how to do that load from save thing? I've never done that.
I can go and yell at some people and see if they know how to do it. Let me go and ask them.
I know like it's been done in like a couple weeks ago, and it was a huge big thing because someone lost their smokes or whatever. Apparently, it like removes buffs or whatever.
You'll probably Google it also, and that would tell me, but I don't know.
Yeah, Google's a pretty smart guy.
Here, let me Google that for you. Okay. Going to ignore that group. So, you know, just sitting back and waiting.
Hmm.
Um,
In the event of an interruption of the game, anyone who has a participant of that game can make a new practice live and hit load game in the bottom right.
okay, we can do that. We got this. Um, do. How much time do I have left? Okay. Oh boy, this pause, man. It's only 11 minutes into the game. Gosh.
Doesn't feel like 11.
It
I mean,
feels like
outside
it's
of the pause, of course.
You know, yeah. It was hard to get outside of the pause at this point.
I don't remember life outside the pause.
Oh god. The pause is my life now.
This gray screen. It's all I know. It's my life.
Kappa, 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 kappa.
Gray screen, no space.
Kappa equals gray screen. Oh god, that's one of my biggest rules in chat, is that if you lie about those, I time you out. Biggest one.
I don't care what people say in my chat.
Oh, that's one of my only rules, is that one, because I can't stand that whole, like...
It's the
This
culture.
equals-
It's the culture.
I hate the culture then. You heard it first here, Twitch. I hate you all.
Alright, do you wanna... Let's figure out how to do this load thing.
Well, it's 3 minutes and 20 seconds in right now. So I still have a little bit, but,
I mean, it doesn't look like he's not even trying to reconnect anymore.
let's see. Drum roll, please.
That sounds fair. Doesn't look like anyone's dying.
Yeah.
Now kids will load the save, but only
We'll
if you
load-
don't kill each other.
Kids, this is the agreement, okay? Nobody's even close. There's no way anybody can even kill each other.
Yeah, let's just do that right now.
Well, let's just see.
Yeah, let's do it. Can I unpause? I can't
We'll
unpause.
just wait for... We have the okay from Shug. We have the okay from... Oh, they're both from...
Yeah.
Hopefully one of them is still here, so they can say something. Come on, boys.
Rare candy, please.
There, Candy, please. I don't want to be here. Okay.
Validating.
Wow.
I don't want to see a game with the Meepo that doesn't end. It has to end.
Meepo the Geomancer. I can't do anything but just say his name.
I hate Meepo.
Oh, I love Meepo.
So I can never do well with him ever.
Oh, I love him. That's like a 75% win rate with him, I think, over like 20
Jesus
games.
Christ, I have like I've won one game with Meepo, and that was on stream. My stream was like,
Yeah.
play Meepo. I'm like, fine, I'll fucking play Meepo, and then I won.
God, stream.
I just got like Aghanim Scepter, Heart of Tarask, like literally didn't do anything except for a move, like at the
You
end
got
of the game.
this.
I'm like, I'm unkillable. All my guys are like 3,000 HP. It
Yep.
was beautiful.
They're literally eating through every single second of their pause time right now. A minute and a half left. This pause is fun.
See, I think the rules say like at a certain point they either
Said,
play or lose, but
15 minutes total.
yeah, but it's like the finals.
It's
stuff.
still rules. Like, it's still 15 minutes that we.
Yeah,
can
I
do.
mean, I'm not saying that we should ignore the rules. I'm just saying that like it sucks.
Yeah. It does suck. You know, we have 308 people currently sitting here watching this in Dota TV.
Watching in quotation marks.
Oh,
Yeah. Sorry, Dota TV guys. Play the Jeopardy theme.
Do 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 do. Oh God, I'm going insane. Slowly going completely insane. But you know. And down to the last 10 seconds.
Should just reloaded like after 5 minutes.
Yeah, we should have, but whatever.
You don't need a Venomancer.
Okay, they won a 4v5.
Alright.
And we're back, finally!
We're finally back. Rare Candy's gonna go challenge mode because they couldn't get their Venomancer into the game, so it's gonna be a 4v5. But thankfully, Venomancer is not really a huge hero. Like you could micro Venomancer pretty easily and get away with lots of things.
Yeah, especially if you give him to a hero that doesn't really have to do that much. Like, honestly, Undying could probably micro him pretty well, perfectly fine. Or, like, who was their Visage from last game? I can't even remember.
It was
Look it up.
Super dry,
Dire's bottom tower
Was
which is
Super
a
Dry.
problem.
Sad day!
Radiant's top tower
Bad
is under
planning, guys. Have someone else disconnect, but they're going to go for the bottom lane push, and they're going to take it pretty quickly. Pugna Blast doing work on that tower. I think it was pretty weak from the previous Lone Druid bashing of that tower, but yeah, don't really hope that this game...
Radiant's
I hope
top
that
tower
Venomancer comes
is
back
under
pretty soon.
attack.
Yep. Although at the same time, like you're saying, it shouldn't be the biggest issue ever, but at the same time, Lizard, in the top lane, gonna be being able to poof out.
Constant poofs.
And poof! So he's up to 830 gold. The thing is that he doesn't really have that much net worth as of right now. Like, how many last hits does he have? He's currently 43 and 10. Or no, 44 and 0. They switched right at the last second there, him and Invoker.
Radiant's middle tower
So he has
is
some good
under
last
attack.
hits, but at the same time he still died once, but he does have 3 kills.
Yeah, and also something I saw from last game of Blizzard's Meepo is that right now you can see him clearing off a double stack of creeps. In the last game, he was clearing off, what, like a 4 or 5 stack, something outrageous like that, and now Ronnie gonna get pressured back. He has Deafening Blast, though, great tool against the bear, as is the Cold Snap. And there it is, there's the Gale, though, super dry, doing work even from beyond the grave. And Live on a Cloud's gonna get beaten down and tangled, and he's gonna drop Ronnie with the Ghost Walk. Do they have any True Sight? They do not have any True Sight. So he's gonna walk away.
True Sight is a crotch, by the way.
Yeah,
True Sight is a complete crotch, no needed.
that's Super Dry's job.
Yep. Yeah, Super Dry is supposed to pick it all up. Rich Venomet has 860 gold. What are you doing? Come on.
Yeah, but they're going to go for a tier 2 tower push regardless. So far, the lack of player not really hurting them too much. They're putting some pretty good damage onto this tower, and well, there's not much that Sugababes can actually do about this. They have Sephiroth coming in, though, with Vendetta, and once again, there's no true sight. Sephiroth looking, stalking. He's going to get some decay damage, but the tower is down, and it looks like that's about it. Sephiroth deciding not to engage there.
Yep. At the same time, if he had tried to engage there, it would have been it would have been suicide. And that was an interesting hook there, Clockwork.
Yeah, probably was just staring at Super Dry, not realizing where his own hero was. So the hook is wasted, and well, everyone else is going to move right up to the top lane with the exception of Jester. Gotta defend that bot lane push, I guess, but they could start looking for this last tier 2 tower, and that's going to put their gold advantage even higher. The gold earned graph, holy crap, the pause. But, you know, it's about at 7,500, assuming the graphs still aren't completely broken. Experience earned slightly in favor of the Dire still, but they're just going to keep pushing these towers just as their lineup is supposed to.
Yeah, that's another fix, Valve. Please, make it so that, you know, when you pause it, pauses the graph timing. I know this is a difficult concept to understand.
Time. It's wibbly wobbly.
Well, it is Valve time, so you never know.
Valve time taking to a whole new level. Alright, so the bear is camping his guy up near the secret shop. It is going to be a very, very fast relic. Should be 15 minutes there with the phase boots as well. This push is going to be pretty scary, and it's only going to get a little bit scary from here on out. But the question is, how do they breach the high ground? They should be able to take this tower fairly easily, I think.
Yeah. Right now we can see that Meepo does in fact have an Aghanim Scepter now, so 4 Meepos out with his level 2 ultimate as well. So that's gonna be a big deal if they're able to actually get a team fight off here. Like, if they can get some nets down and an impale into a meatball deafening blast from Invoker, then that can really do a lot. But it's gonna rely on the micro of Lizard, who he's proven he can do the micro, but it's still gonna rely on that to be able to get the real initiation.
They're gonna take down the tower and get out of there scot-free. They have a mech, and well, again, I just said, how do they breach the high ground? They have the bear, which is a pretty good tool, but Meepo nets are actually, you know, they're pretty good against holding out things when they're trying to breach the high ground, especially bears. If you could lock them down, have it cold snapped or forward spirits working at it or something like that. Blast will chip out the tower, so it's going to force their hand. And hey, Venomancer, he's back in the game.
Will he disconnect?
Stay, Venomancer. He's not even moving. This is, yeah, we'll give them like 10 seconds to... I think this is a justified pause. Like, fuck the rules. 10 seconds to get him into the game after reconnecting. There we go.
Okay, well, here we go.
Look at that! You're so rich, Venomancer! You have 2,000 gold!
Venomancer, what are you going to do with this 2,000 gold? Wards.
Going to Disneyland!
Wards.
There's an Impale hitting a whole mess load of heroes. Sephiroth gonna get Poison Touch, and the siege continues. Meatball, Deafening Blast, gonna get dropped. Tower slowly but surely getting worked down. Pugna. His pushing prowess is nearly unmatched. These Venomancer wards as well. It's
gonna have the mech up in about right now, and this will be going up. And the thing is that this is how you siege with this sort of a team. You just barrel through. It doesn't matter. Yes, they have the harass of the Meatball. Yes, they have the harass of the Deafening Blast, everything like that. But they don't have to care. They really don't. As you can see right now, they're just doing what they want. And this
Meepo
tower is going to fall here. Deafening Blast.
But Fiery in a huge amount of trouble. There's the Vendetta hit. He will get healed up from Jester. Jester keeping everyone alive. Sephiroth's going to get burned down. Lizard's going to come in. Where's the poofs? It is going to happen, but all of it eaten by that Shallow Grave. Can they kill off Lizard? They will kill off Lizard. Now Live on a Cloud is going to get cogged in with 2. That's not where he wants to be. Invoker, the only one to survive. Yeah, I mean, Lone Druid has gone down, but Dazzle doing work for his team, honestly.
Yep.
So many
heals.
heals.
Right there, completely saved them from complete disaster with that Meepo. Didn't quite save the Lone Druid, but the heal came out from that, did a ton of physical damage, and was just able to completely, really win that fight for them, in all honesty.
Yeah, and right now the real threat of the Meepo is having all of the Meepos use their poof damage. That's really the biggest threat, and they all went to the Lone Druid, and hey, it all hit the Lone Druid, but it was all eaten by that grave. So, you know, what more could you ask for? They took down the melee racks. They might even take the range racks with this catapult, and
yeah, they're going to take it down here.
Yeah, that's going to be it.
Dyer's top barracks
no hero gets the last hit, though Venomancer doesn't grab it, sadly. But I wish that's another thing that they would add in. Like, it would say who killed the racks, because it does give gold. Quite a bit, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. My little thing, and... Oh, that's what Venomancer decides to go with. Wards and a Blink Dagger.
A lot of wards and a Blink Dagger. So, they should have some pretty good map control off of those wards. Also, taking out the top racks is pretty damn handy as well. We could see how unuseful right now Meepo is. He got in there once, he unloaded some damage on the lone druid, Shallow Grave, doing pretty good work to kind of prevent that from actually leading to a death. But other than that, he's not too useful right now. He needs to be picking off heroes on an individual basis, and Rare Candy, they're, well, when they're actually grouped up, they're, you know, grouped up and pushing your base. There's no real good chance to jump in where your Meepo is going to be safe to deal that damage.
Yeah, it really isn't, and I find it weird how Lone Druid has the Belt of Strength on his Druid, Glove of Haste on the Bear, and then Tranquil Boots on, I don't know, whatever. Because you can't disassemble Tranquil Boots anymore, right?
No, you can't, but I think he got that after the Relic?
Interesting.
Well, either way, it's eventually going to be a Basher. Whether or not he wants to put that on the Bear or himself, it's small differences. I think he's the main hero is technically attacking a little bit faster, I think, but who knows?
Usually better to have the Bear have it.
Ice Wall and the Invoker counter push is going to come into play. However, the Pugna Blast will continue.
Yep. They're also forgetting one other big thing, which is the Decay coming out. Just the ability for Mugilder to sit there onto the high ground, keep on spamming, keep on getting... Oh, nope. Apparently when you hit a... Oh, never mind. That was the main Meepo, and I thought that it hit him. Huh. Interesting. Weird. This just did Meepo immune to Decay.
We just have to science this out. It has to be done. Ice is going to drop the Tombstone.
Down.
Huge EMP, though. He can hit onto everyone, but not do too much of the mana burn. Meepo's poofs are going to happen. They're going to take out the Tombstone in an instant. Lone Druid going to try to chase out that Nyx, but he's going to Vendetta out to safety. In the meantime, Jester forced having his way out. He's going to live on a cloud. He's going to try to chase him down. He will be sure to secure that kill. Sephiroth's going to come in for the Vendetta hit onto Jolly Joker. That's going to be his death as well. It's so far 2 for 3. Ice is going to make his way out. Lone Druid all alone now. He's going to try to take down Lizard, but can Lizard live? The nets are there. They're going to kill the Bear, then kill the main Druid. And Rare Candy almost get completely wiped.
Yep. Almost completely wiped. Undying, the only one that lives there, and he's going to be able to escape. And that's the problem, is that if you want to try and go on this lineup from the side of Sugababes, it's difficult, because the amount of just sudden burst that they can pull out of absolutely nowhere is ridiculous. And so you really have to be worried about that. In comparison to, for example, Rare Candy, where they have a lot of damage over time things. Like, for example, Undying, while he can do quite a bit with his Decay, things like that, it's more over time. They wants to get them stacking, but Sugababes can bring the pain real quick.
Yeah, it's Rare Candy mostly just with their sustain looking to win out those fights with the Dazzle, with the sustained damage from the Pugna, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
if Sugababes could take a decisive fight and say, hey, we're going to go in right now and we're going to mess you up, well, then that's going to be what happens. They're going to clean up 4 heroes for Rare Candy, lose a couple of their own, but overall take a favorable fight. And now, Blizzard going to start to look for Roshan. It could be done, I think, with 4 Meepos, though it will be a little bit dangerous.
What they're going to most likely do is throw in somebody like the Invoker with him, and they'll just 2-man it like that. It's usually what they do with their Meepos. Usually they have the Venomancer with him, but they'll probably just sub out that guy for the Invoker. Or he could even possibly just, man mode against Roshan here.
And curiously enough, Invoker is only holding 2 points in Quas. Usually we do see 4, 1, and then however much Exhort, but that gives you the double Forge Spirits, but opting not to do that, instead, I guess, wants as much damage onto the Meteor as possible, knowing that the enemies are going to be funneled anyway.
Yeah, that's the really, really powerful thing, is that if this Meepo can get a full team net, that's basically guaranteed a Meatball right on top of them. With that Meatball having almost full Exhort levels right now, that's a very, very dead team. And so, I do like that one, as well as the fact that if he starts hitting his Sun Strikes more effectively, he could really, really start to be able to do some work.
Nyx Assassin, though, going to get caught out, is going to pop the Spike Carapace and the Invisibility. Still no True Sight? Really?
There is True Sight on the Venomancer, but he was too far away. Never mind, where are the Sentry Wards?
Where did other... usually you want True Sight against Nyx Assassin, though they force out the Vendetta anyway, so they don't have to worry about that for another minute. But they're going to slowly start to siege this tower again. It's down all the way to less than 600 HP, but Sugababes took a good fight last time. Let's see if they could do it once more.
Yep. And Tombstone goes down. You see
INS.
Focus already just trying to get it down.
INS, please, what are you doing?
That's not where you want to be at all.
He did that last time, and it worked because he drew everyone off. They took down the Tombstone, I guess, but that's not enough.
Tombstone for a Visage is not worth it at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't take that trade.
Yeah. Especially the Visage that has your Buckler, which is huge against the lineup of
Hook shot in. They're gonna catch Jolly Joker. He's gonna try to decrep himself. He has a Shallow Grave as well. Not gonna do too much. Here comes Lizard with the Meatball. Instantly, the Dazzle is bowled over. Pugna is going to drop as well. And the Lone Druid going to have his Aegis pop. Meepo. No, the Meepo is going to have his Aegis popped. Buyback from the Invoker. Fiery, Super Dry, as well as Ice still up with the Dazzle buyback. Lizards wants in right back into this. They're going to go for the Venomancer kill. Net. There's the poof. There's a secondary poof and a net. I think Super Dry is just dead, although he does have a Blink Dagger. If he finds some time, the Geostrike DPS doing pretty good work. And poof. There you go.
Yeah. Net's not really on their target for that one, but still able to get the kill. So Venomancer was not able to slither away quite quickly enough.
And the bear trying to secure the kill onto Ronnie and Aura INS with that Radiance, though might actually be picked off now. Live on a Cloud or Lizard might be able to find that and kill it off. Yeah, it should be the death of the bear. Free 300 gold for Lizard. Permaslow, net, there you go.
Nope, Clockwork takes it.
Oh,
Live on a
Clockwork?
Cloud deciding to KS.
God damn it, Clockwork, your Meepo needs more food.
It's kill secure. Kill secure,
Alright.
best secure.
So they don't manage to take the Raxes, though range Raxes is going to go down. One hero catapult
Dire's middle barracks.
going to take that out. So one range Rax is the only thing that they lose, though Sugababes still holding, kind of.
Yeah, Meepo's now up to level 18, so he has his max Meepos up. This is when it starts to get really scary to try and face up against a Meepo. He also has 2 ultimate orbs up, and which will be turned into a Scotty after he gets the next ultimate orb for his third one, which will be a Manta style afterwards.
Oh, he's going to go 3 ultimate orb into Scotty Manta split?
Yep, that's what he usually goes. Last game he went for the Manta style first item, but the first time I saw him, the other times it's been a 3 ultimate orb and then into a Scotty Manta.
That's a very interesting way of building Meepo. I never actually thought of that.
Yep.
Mostly because ultimate orbs are incredibly cost inefficient.
Yeah, for the most part, but at the same time, Scotty, when it comes to a Meepo, is also not that great because it gives straight health and mana, which the Meepos don't benefit from besides the main Meepo, so it doesn't really matter all that much, so it's good to just get the ultimate orbs out, get the stats out, and then build from that.
It's definitely not the build that you usually see recommended for Meepo. Looks like Blink Away from Superdry going to keep him safe. Usually it's like, oh, you get the mech, you get the Vlads, those types of items that help all your Meepos, but Lizard's on the front lines. Here comes the poofs, I'm sure. There it is, huge damage onto Ice. He's going to survive due to that shallow grave, but Fire in the back end is instantly going to take out 2, and all of a sudden Lizard is all alone. Live on a Cloud is going to try to gather, but Lizard's going to get drained out by Pugna. It's a triple kill for Fiery, and the Clockwork is the only one alive. Is there a buyback on the Meepo? There is. So he has a chance, but it's a very slim one.
Radiant's top
Yep,
tower
gonna
is
be
under attack.
one hell of a fight this time, and it's just so difficult to deal with any of the heroes on the side of Rare Candy when you are a Meepo. It's just that the fact that they have so much burst onto a single target, or even just the fact that they're able to, like Bear for example, he is so tanky that it's difficult for people to be able to take him down with the poofs alone, which for this point in the game is where his main damage is coming from. Undying, same exact story, and then Pugna can just decrep himself and everything like that if you're starting to just right click him.
And then if you do manage to get through their health pool, there's Dazzle to heal him back up, there's a mech, there's a Decrep from Pugna, and a Shallow Grave. So whoever you go for, it's going to be really, really hard. So you need value on those poofs. You need to hit multiple people and be able to switch targets, but that's really hard to do as a Meepo.
Yeah, especially when you have the amount of slows that are coming out. Venomancer just going to gale him. Basically, if he gets a gale on one Meepo, he's almost guaranteed to hit it on multiple Meepos. And if Meepo can't run around and actually be able to have other Meepos with him, then it's not going to go well at all for him.
So the mid-Raxes have been taken, but Sugababes still fighting. I think the Meepo pick probably a little bit too greedy from them, honestly.
I feel like they were not expecting something like the Undying. They were expecting something different. I wouldn't even be surprised if they were thinking that they were going to be seeing a defensive trial into the Bear.
Live on a Cloud, going to catch Fiery with the Deafening Blast Meteor as well. Here comes the Meepos, and they're going to catch Fiery for free. If you're going to make a comeback, that's a good way to start. Does the Bear have buyback? They can. Well, there's still a lot of tier 1s to take, so yeah, not too much of a comeback.
Right now, Sugababes' goal is not to really try and push. They just want to try and get some money up on the Meepo. If they can get up his items, it'll be really, really hard to be able to deal with him. He almost has his third ultimate orb up. He doesn't even have buyback cooldown, so he's just going to go right and straight by it here. And that'll be really, really difficult to try and deal with when he gets that extra 10 stats to all.
Wasting a TP scroll, not a great way of starting, but he's gonna head down towards the bot lane. He's definitely capable of getting these solo kills. That's what we said before, that Meepo is really bad when he's going into a cluster of 5 heroes. If he finds one hero alone, he could punish him so hard. You cannot escape from a level 20 Meepo with Aghanim Scepter. It's just not going to happen.
Now, what do you think about the Veil of Discord pickup on the Invoker?
on the Invoker. I think it's actually pretty good, especially since, again, the Meepo damage at this point, most of it is coming from the poof, which is, you know, pretty damn devastating if you could amplify that. Also, he's putting so many points into that exhort. It's like, clearly he wants just damage, damage, damage after being set up. And it is doing a lot of damage. It won't affect the Sunstrike.
Bottom.
Yeah, bottom. There's no stuns, though. They could just poof out as long as there's no entangles.
Poof!
Just like that. The Magician escapes.
Yep. Meepo gets to run. Lives.
Yeah,
There's
so
3,100 gold now.
So the Veil of Discord, I think, is pretty good. I don't think there's anything that would really help him more aside from possibly a Yule Scepter. Not to set up for the combo, although it can do that as well. Mostly just to get rid of the bear. Just isolate that out and be able to ignore it for a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, actually, not even going to build the next ultimate. We're just going to go right for the mana style. So, decided to go for that, which I do actually like quite a bit, because if you just have tons of Meepos out and they're just hitting everything, it's going to be a little bit for them to figure out which one they want to go for, and birds are dead. Those familiars died very quickly. That's a free 200 gold.
The illusions, do they get Geostrike? Do you know?
It's a unique attack modifier, I believe, and so I believe so. But I don't think that it will actually really do all that.
Oh wait, we could find out. 2 illusion Meepos. No? Hit something, please. Getting it galed up. Okay.
One of them.
We will find out later, I suppose.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We still are not conclusive on the undying decays yet either.
We need more science.
Here, guys.
Our funding isn't high enough for this type of scientific research. Jolly Joker gonna hit with an Impale. There's a hook shot in. Live in a Cloud gonna pop ice right away, but there's a shallow grave immediately. Where's the Meepos? There they go. Right onto the bear, but instantly, he's not doing that much. He's gonna try to take down the Tombstone. The Visage is dead. Sephiroth's gonna die. No, he's gonna live. Everyone from Sugababes is gonna live except for... No, they're all living. Barely. They're gonna take down the bear, possibly? No. It's a 1-for-1. Oh, no, Super Dry gonna make it a 1-for-2. Run, Invoker, run. But in the meantime, the bear still on those Raxes. They need to get healed up really, really quickly, but I think it might be too late. TP in from the Meepo, and the Poos will follow. Huge damage onto Fiery, but the Rax is still in trouble. The Cog's pushing everyone back. Fiery's on the way out, as is Ice and Body Bags, at least. The Raxes are going to live, albeit barely. Bear slipping away just barely, but they're going to actually secure the Spirit Bear. That's pretty good. I would say better, actually, because the Lone Druid you could let walk away, but... Oh, he's not going to walk. 4 staff into missiles or just missile. They hold the Raxes, and now there's a minute where, or actually 100 seconds where the bear is not going to be doing too much of anything.
Yep. You see that Druid only has a Tranquil Boots, Plate Mail, and his Strength. That's the big problem with Lone Druid, is the fact that you put so much on the bear that if it dies, it's a complete disaster. And this is what we're talking about right now. He has 37 seconds until he can come back himself, but then another 80 seconds until his bear is up. This is Suga's opportunity right here, right now.
Yeah, but ultimately they can't really do too much. They'll be able to take down tier 1s, but so what? It's a tier 1 tower. Rare Candy, they could sack these easily or fight anyway. They're going to go for it.
Oh. Okay, the thing is that right now, Sugar are coming back into the game without towers going down. That's gold that they just earned right there, which is going to help them to get more items up and be able to defend even more effectively. It's a terrible uphill battle right now, ironically, going up onto the high ground, but it's going to be very difficult as a whole for Rare Candy to actually really take that barracks when it's the only one that Sugar have to defend.
They're going to go for a Roshan. They should be able to do it as well. Lizard's still in the top lane with a couple of his Meepos, pushing that one out as much as possible, and that's something you don't really consider, I haven't considered at least. The split pushing from Meepo is actually pretty good, especially in this situation. The Meepos are strong enough individually to, push out a lane, won't really worry too much about tanking creeps, although if they do it for too long, it will damage them eventually. And if they find anyone, they could either bail, or they could have reinforcements in the form of a million other Meepos, and punish someone like a Dazzle who's trying to stand up here alone.
Yep. The big thing also is that right now the split push isn't that great for the Meepo because he doesn't have up any boost in travel, but he doesn't really have to do it that much. He's doing well enough with his map awareness right now already that he doesn't need the boost of travel to be able to be everywhere. He's moving one of his Meepos around solo, and the others are pushing with the team, and it's all around working out very well for them. But actually, this could end
Lizard
really badly right
gonna
here.
gank the bear on the bottom lane. This bear is going to die, and he doesn't have a resummon for another 110 seconds. Once again, Fiery losing a key part of his arsenal, mostly his entire arsenal, and it's going to be a tier 2.
Does not care about the tower back door over here.
Backdoor protection in quotation marks. Fiery going to get hook shot in, but he's not a real high target for the team, but Doesn't matter. He's not moving anywhere. Actually, Force Staffs, he will move some places, but I don't think he's going to move enough. There's the... Oh my god, the EMP Meteor flattening the Venomancer, forcing out a buyback. The Soul Assumption onto the Undying will kill him off as well. Meepo is going to survive. Roni will be fine as well. Lizard's going to poof right back in. Jolly Joker going to get smashed up by those shovels. Their 2 racks is down, but it looks like they're playing from 2 racks ahead. They're not done yet.
They want to try and take this tower as quickly as possible. Lone Druid still does not have his bear for another minute. I don't know if they actually know that, because they're not really trying to play that aggressively, but what other cooldowns do we have down right now? Really, the big thing is they don't actually have that many big cooldowns the side of Rare Candy, honestly, besides the bear, but with bear down, this is their opportunity.
I think they're just waiting for a mech. That's probably the most key thing right now, and it's coming off cooldown right now. So huge value healing right there, and now they're going to go in for round number 2. Hookshot is available. Let's see if Live on a Cloud can get in on that. It looks like not yet.
Yep.
But
My
top
big thing
lane.
is I want like Nyx Assassin or somebody to go and pick up a Vladimir's offering for the team. I think it would be completely worth it to be able to have one of those on the side of Sugababes that I think really would be good.
Yeah, I completely agree. Like, now Meepo is actually getting a chance to hit things. You want that, Vlads.
Yeah. And look at the amount of gold that he has. Already with the other 2 Ultimate Orbs, Scotty's going to be coming up in just a couple of seconds here, really. We see the main Meepo running over, and Scotty. With another 2,900 gold still waiting in the bank.
Aegis buyback, possibly time to ship the treads out for Boots of Travel?
If he wants to. I really feel as though with the playstyle that they have to go with right now, Boots of Travel is not really worth it. I feel as though it's better to keep with the treads, even though Boots of Travel are arguably slightly better for a Meepo. The treads with the stats, I believe, are better in this case.
Yeah, and since that last push, the melee racks on the bottom lane has completely restored all of its health. And this is Rare Candy's chance to win the game. If they get Megas, I'm pretty sure they win the game. Meepo's good at killing off creeps, but he's not that good. He'll take a lot of damage, especially with no Vlads. So Megas equals victory right now. And yes, they do get Geostrike. There's a hook shot in once again onto ice. He's going to get graved immediately, but he's also going to get Force Staff out of the cogs. Meteor is going to come through instantly. The Pugna's dead. Instantly, the Venomancer's dead. Lizard is just wreaking havoc. Ice trying to make his way out, but he's going to get cold snapped. He's going to die as well. The Tombstone also drops, but Fiery in the back end, chasing down INS. He is in no man's land. However, they're going to get the spike onto Fiery. They will kill off the bear as well. Value on value, and 4 down. Doom push.
Seconds until bear is up again, but creeps pushing down into the towers, and Sephiroth, he might actually die to the Mega Creeps right now. No, he'll be okay. He's going to get to his fountain.
Another fantastic fight from the Dire side. This Meepo really showing his value, but also the initiations from Clockwork. Those cogs, I think more so than the hook shot, really just messing with the Rare Candy side. Just, if they hit anyone with this pushback, that's guaranteed stun, and it's hitting several people constantly. It's so disruptive from the Clockwork.
Yeah, very difficult to try and deal with that, but looks as though we're going to be seeing them try and push right into the middle lane here. They need to know that the bear is not going to be up here. They killed it recently enough again that it's not going to be up as well as not being up in and of itself. But by the time he is respawned, the bear cooldown will be up. And that's a lot. Sit on the dazzle, but not going to be able to go in on this at all.
There's a lot of pressure on that mid lane, but nothing to actually crack the high ground just yet. Everyone else from Sugama's still, Sugababe, still very far behind, and they really need to get up right near Lizard. I agree, they need a Vlads right now. Like, that would be just by far the best item that they could pick up for the team.
Yeah,
like more so than
Vlads
usual.
would help with the damage on Meepo, would help with the light to the survivability as a whole because of that, and I just feel like it's the best item possible for them to pick up right now to support. But waiting to see what we're going to have happen here. There's a lot of aggression happening inside of the base for the familiars. Really just grabbing them some sight here, but this familiar is now going to fall. So that's another 100 gold falling, and that fell to... Was it Dazzle? And Dazzle got 100 gold
Right
there.
now, the Dire team is on a clock because the top lane for them is pushing, so they have to send someone back. It's going to be Lizard. Makes sense. He could clear that out with a couple Meepos and then poof right back in.
Yep.
But yeah, they'll have to deal with all lanes at pretty much the same time. It looks like that's a really tall order, and we see a refresher orb from Invoker. The Deafening Blast, Meteor, Sunstrike combination is going to be key because you can only shallow grave one guy.
Yeah, if he can get off 2 meteors, 2 deafening blasts, and even 2 sunstrikes. Sunstrikes don't even matter that much at this point, or they do matter a lot. But like in terms of the full team fight, the real damage is those 2 meteors, and 2 deafening blasts, just for the disruption. And if he can get off 2 of them, that's really, really dead team. But like you just talked about, Lizard is up top pushing the lane.
He's in all lanes, pushing
Yep.
all the lanes.
Yep. Meepo is very scary when somebody knows how to play him really well. And he has 7,500 gold. Aegis is down now though, which is a start, I guess you could say, for Rare Candy right now.
So what do you
Does he
think?
pick
Do you
up?
think he just bulks up more or buys a Vlad himself?
He just bought 2 ultimate orbs.
Oh, yeah.
Is he going for another Scotty? Decision?
Huh.
Yep. 2 Scotties.
That is incredibly cost ineffective for anyone watching and wondering, should I be doing this in my regular games? No, never ever buy 2 Scotties. In this particular situation, when he's just trying to get as much bulk and damage as possible, Scotty is what is going to be giving him the most value, like as an item, and he has kind of unlimited money, so I guess it's not too terrible.
I feel as though getting instead a Reaver and an Eagle Song would have actually been better, in my opinion at least, in terms of just cost effectiveness with the huge strength and agility gain from that. He's just, what, 25 all attributes?
Yeah, I probably agree with you.
Let's see.
But still, 4,000 health Meepo? Shit, with 25 armor?
Yeah. Actually, no, it should be. I think Scotty's actually more cost effective in the end than buying just up those 2. 5,600. Yep, more cost effective that way.
Huh.
Just get the Scotty than to get a Reaver and a Eagle Song.
Yeah, but then you could actually get... Well, yeah, the Butterfly Heart isn't really going to be doing too much because, of course, it doesn't benefit the other ones as much.
Yep, it'll benefit his mana style illusions, but whatever, they're illusions. That's not the important part with Meepo.
Radiant's top
Yeah, the
tower
illusion
is
just
under
wrecked
attack.
Jester, oh my god.
Yeah, a couple of
278 a pop? What the hell? I mean, obviously less because of the Manta, but still, that's a lot of damage.
Sitting for a lot of damage right now. Nope, Bear gets netted up once. All they need to do is land 1 good net, and this could be completely over, but they just need to wait for it. But you can see that literally all 3 lanes, they have 2 barracks pushed, 2 lanes of racks pushed, and they have all the lanes inside of Rare Candy's base.
Yeah, it's like they didn't take any Raxes at all, because Lizard is just doing work on the side lanes, and will they try to go for the bottom lane? Nope, everyone's now in the top lane. They still have the main Meepo in the mid lane, who is mad tanky. Like, I don't think they could... It'll take a lot for them to kill off this main Meepo, and all the while, top lane, someone's got to slide up there. They might lose top Raxes to equalize that.
Undying in the middle lane.
Undying's gonna jump right in, as is the Venomancer. Lizard gonna get actually stuck by those cogs a lot, though he's gonna work down Fiery. Can they bring down this bear? It's gonna be real close. They won't be able to do so. Meepo dropping very low as well. Lizard needs to get himself consolidated. He's gonna try to poof his way out, but it won't happen. He's down, and the Venomancer's gonna die as well, but INS is the only one to live. Meepo buys back. They need to survive this inevitable push. INS, though, is gonna drop, and Meepo suddenly is the only one left.
Yeah. I don't know if they even have time, really. They have 20 seconds to try and push in before Nist Assassin is up. 30 for Invoker and 30 for Visage. I don't think that they have the ability to push in quickly enough, even with 2 lanes of Rax push, to be able to win off of this right now. Especially with Meepo sitting back in the base and with Boots of Travel now.
Yeah, and previously I said that the Clockwork was a great tool because it was hugely disruptive, pushed people around, kept people out. It also works the other way.
Yeah.
I think there were like 3 Meepos at least that were isolated by cogs and unable to really get where they wanted, and that's a lot of damage that they're missing out on.
Sunstrike from Invoker going to go and check. Roshan is in fact up, and now
Lizard needs to make the decision. What do you drop to go and pick up the Aegis? Most likely going to be the Power Shreds, but, you know.
I got both. Oh, yeah, he...
Sells the BTs, apparently.
What the hell? Okay.
BT's total time up was like 45 seconds.
Yeah, that was essentially a 2,700 gold, or 2,400 gold
Scroll.
TV scroll, yeah.
He's got this, guys. And Cheese, this is also Cheese Roshan, which is huge. So.
Also, the courier was like right next to him. He could have saved those boots.
Yeah.
But unlimited money.
Yeah.
You do whatever you want.
When you're pushing all 3 lanes like that and you're getting all the gold from all 3 lanes, you sort of have just as much money as you possibly could ever want.
Eat your heart out, Nature's Prophet. Looks like the Radiant team, they're going to try to crash this mid lane party. It's going to catch everyone with the exception of Visage. There's no mech. That's a pretty big deal, actually. They need that armor. And Jester is going to get in with the weave. Live on a Cloud, gonna miss his hook shot, put the cogs up, not gonna do much of anything at all. Here comes Lizard, gonna annihilate Ice, but the Bear already going to go for the Nyx and the Invoker, both down in an instant. Lizard is now up in a 1v5. He's gonna try to pop Jester. There's the Shallow Grave once again, though. And he's going to try to fight his way out here. INS going to get chased down. Looks like he will be brought down eventually. Lizard is going to get brought down as well. That is the Aegis. Challenge mode, Micro. Can you do it? INS still getting chased down. Super Dry on his tail. I don't think Super Dry is going to be able to win. I don't think INS is going to be able to win this fight. But Lizard has a lot of Meepos around. They have a lot of damage, and they're just going to town. Is going to be enough, though. Lizard on his way out with one of the Meepos, dropping very low, 600 HP, 500 HP. And Jester with the Blade Mail. He's not going to be able to secure the kill, with the Familiar securing the kill instead. Lizard is doing it. He's going to get a net onto Fiery as well. Kill off the Bear. Lizard gets an ultra kill. What the hell am I watching?
What you're watching right now is Meepo. That is what you're... Meepone, actually, not Meepo, Meepone. 4,600 gold again. Buybacks on their side. Do they have them? Lone Druid does not have a buyback. We do not have a buyback on Pugna. We do not have a buyback on Undying.
I don't know. I
The only
don't...
buyback they have is the Venomancer and the Dazzler. That's it.
Meepo just 1v4'd and won. What the hell?
Meepo is a ridiculous hero if you know what you're doing.
There is so much wrong with what is going on right here. They're going to take down the tower, though. Some heroes starting to get back up. Here comes Lizard, a 1v3, easy mode. He did that before and then some. Super Dry is going to bring down the Nyx Assassin. Meepo taking a 1-for-1 trade so far. Lizard looking for another net, perhaps. Not going to have the time to do that. Going to poof right back in. Going to catch Jester with the net. He needs to take these Raxes down. He needs to do it quickly. And that's exactly what he will. Just 3 Meepos. Look at the Rax just disappear. Sunstrike going to come through. I have no idea where that's going, but the Raxes have been taken. Where are they going to go next? What's the next plan? Go for GG? That'll be awfully greedy. I think they want to equalize the Raxes at least, or just fall back, play it safe.
Yep. Right now, this is a huge comeback from Sugar. Like, let's go. We haven't looked at this in a long time. Let's go and look at like the experience, for example. That's they're starting to come back hard right now.
And I don't think you could even say that Rare Candy are throwing this game. They're doing as good as they possibly can, but you just can't outmaneuver Lizard, man.
Yeah.
He's just out of his mind.
Yeah, this Meepo play is, I don't even know what to say. He has 7,200 gold again.
I have Scotty, number 3.
What is this Meepo's GP? He has 788 GPM right now.
What the hell?
He is nearing 800 GPM at the 45-minute mark.
I'm speechless.
I don't know. And
Force Staff.
apparently. Interesting.
You'd think a Blink Dagger would be a little bit more useful.
Actually, I think I'll side with Force Staff more, because if he's in the middle of a fight, Radiance is going to cancel it. And what's happening is they're trying to focus one Meepo. So if he goes back to the main Meepo and Force Staffs out the, I guess you could say, targeted Meepo, he can live longer.
That's
Because
true enough, I guess.
Blink Dagger can only work on the main Meepo.
So also, what the hell's going on with these Meepo Manta-style illusions spawning with 5,000 health?
I don't know.
Meepo's such a buggy hero. Ice Frog, please.
Yeah, the
Please
258
fix.
damage, 5,000 HP.
I think numbers are being switched up somehow because they're supposed to be like divided we stand or something.
Yeah,
maybe they're getting an extra percentage.
Yeah, maybe they're getting an extra 100 percentage from that. I don't know what it actually be. Somebody on Reddit should actually go about that one and explain it to everybody.
We need more science because we haven't figured anything out yet. Except for
We figured out-
Geostrike does work on illusions.
There we go.
It's the only thing we found out for sure. Conclusive
Meepo-
evidence.
These Meepo illusions are just not caring.
Look at Ice. He's just dying to 2 Meepo illusions. He's actually not that farmed at all. He has a Vlad, so that's pretty much it. Hookshot in, but instantly Nyx Assassin is going to die. Splitting forward from Super Dry, going to get lots of damage onto Ronnie, who is going to be dropped very, very quickly. But Lizard's the one that you got to worry about. He's chasing down Fiery. Already it's 3 down. The Dire team has to buy back their Invoker. 1 stun, 2 stun from the Familiars, and Fiery is going to get blown up. Live on a Cloud is going to live as a triple kill for Lizard, and they're not done just yet. He has another Meepo who's picking a fight with Jester. Where's the poofs? There they are. Jester, you cannot win this fight. I'm sorry. You could try as long and as hard as you want, but it's another ultra kill for Lizard.
Is under attack.
Is that game?
I don't know. I really don't know. Like, this is... Oh, man. The Meepo play is just off the charts with how well he's playing. But even without that, even without all of that, the fact that the rest of his team is not dying, the rest of his team is doing what they need to do, getting the initiations, getting their spells off, is just as important. Oh, and
Hook shot into the bottom side.
That's a dead part now. New prep isn't going to help you, buddy. Sorry to throw it out to you.
Zap for the kill secure. Good job, Chef Sephiroth. Where is Meepo right now? He's banging on the front door. 2 racks is down. What the hell did I just see?
What you just saw is Meepo.
Meepo is OP as hell.
Yep.
Oh my god. Lizard. No, there's no question. MVP of this game, of this set. Maybe not. Oh, his Enchantress play was pretty damn good. I would say of the set for sure.
Yeah, and before we leave, let's mention our sponsors again.
Yes, that is probably some. Wait. Guys, coming from got item with my name. They gotta advertise themselves too.
Yeah.
But anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for egamingbets.com for sponsoring this week number 1. It's going to be the Dire Sugababes to take it 2-0 over Rare Candy in a. I don't know if I could think of the right word.
Dota. Amazing game. It's
yeah.
the best way to put it.
It was an amazing game of Dota.
I laughed. I cried.
I almost went insane due to pausing.
Yep.
There's a 4v5 in there. A little bit of love story. It had everything.
Yep.
All right,
Full
guys.
circle.
So that is going to be it for week number 1. I hope you buy the ticket. I hope you enjoyed it. Nistagor, do you have anything to say for plugging yourself?
Just make sure that you follow both of our streams at twitch.tv/MikeLoris for him and twitch.tv/Nistagord for me. I'm going to be doing some Dark Souls in a little bit, but other than that, you can follow me on Twitter at NistagordDota. But other than that, just keep on watching the tournament.
Hopefully we'll have games as good as this every single week.
Oh, yeah.
We can only hope.
Yeah.
That's going to be it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow the stream. Follow me on Twitter. It's on the screen. And GG.